Edit. More actions. Forever. There we go. Okay, we should be on the right video now, which is good. Okay, sorry about that, YouTube. Got you in the right place now, and you are live. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, oops, I want to, before I do that, and just some things I forgot to do. Happy Monday, Robey. Where Robey forgot to do stuff. There we go. Okay, so now we're back, and we're back. Yeah, everything's back. I put everything's back in. It looks like we're on the right channels now. Sorry about that, guys. Just making sure everything is good, and all that sort of stuff. Hold on one second, hit stop there for a second, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, big build today. I think that's the way that I was saying, is like, yes, it's definitely going to be a big build today. We're talking about $6,500, pretty much all of the high-end stuff that you could potentially get. Everything from PCie Gen 4 M.2s. We got, I mean, this is so close to the $10,000 build. Obviously, subtract the Threadripper, but I mean, same amount of RAM. Just basically like just not the step over into crazy CPU time, but it's going to be absolutely crazy. So should be a lot of fun and all that sort of stuff, and we'll go through it in just a second. We're just going to wait for it. While I'm at it, let's go ahead and walk through what's happening today and talk about the giveaway. So we'll get that out of the way, and then we can go ahead and get the build started. We're not going to dawdle too long, just because I know this is going to take a while. But my name is Justin Robey. I'm the host of Robeytech. We have a series of giveaways that happen on every show. It's no different today. We've done a couple PC builds. We have another one that we're going to be doing in mid-May. That'll be a build that we'll build and then be giving away. But today, the giveaways are going to work as normal. So basically, the first one is if we get 2 level 5 hype trains, which you guys have not started yet. But once we get 2 level 5 hype trains, we'll be giving away a 500 gig NVMe SSD. The second one is if we get 700 likes on the YouTube video that is currently live right now. Hey, look at that. Venus starting it off right now. If we get 700 likes on the YouTube video, we'll also give away a 500 gig NVMe SSD. The last one that we have is that down the bottom where it says $50 Newegg gift card. If it becomes 50 subs, which it normally does, it'll become a $50 Newegg gift card. It comes 100 subs, it becomes a $100 Newegg gift card. It comes 150 subs, it becomes a $150 Newegg gift card. And then it becomes 300 subs, it becomes a 5600X. 450 subs, it becomes a 5800X. And then it upgrades from there. The one thing that changed, guys, is we had to get rid of the 3060 Ti because we just have not seen those outside of maybe the Strix show up. So again, it just skips to 3060 and then 750. It's moving up and all that sort of stuff. So just as an FYI, the 3060 Ti is now a 5900X and some other things like that. So little parts that are basically going on there. So those are the way the giveaways work. Now, finally, I did want to announce, we talked about the winners from last month. From last month's 3070, Blue Moo was one of them. The second one was Where's Waldo, was the second winner. We have, Blondie has that information right there, so you'll be seeing that in Discord in there, but Where's Waldo was our second winner. And so congratulations to them for the 3070. Now, we're doing 2 3070s again this month. We're giving 2 3070s away to 2 lucky subs here on the channel. The way that you get in on that basically is that if you're over at twitch.tv/Newegg or youtube.com/Robeytech, drop on over, drop your free Amazon Prime subscription. If you drop your free Prime subscription, you could potentially walk away with a free GPU. Now, if you want to get extra entries and you're already subscribed over here, you can gift subs like what you've seen right here. So gifting subs gets you extra entries. Subscribing at tier 2 or tier 3 gets you a ton of extra entries. And then finally, subscribing for multiple months just gets you in to all of those sub giveaways in general. So congratulations to those 2 winners for last month. Again, we will be announcing those winners the second Wednesday of every month. So that's when we announce winners from now on. We're getting a lot more just controlled about it. Also, all of the prizes for the month of February, last one, so all the GPUs, wow, Poncho, thank you very much for that. All the GPUs, all the CPUs, actually a lot of the CPUs, the 5600Xs went out today, the 5800Xs, we had a couple questions, but all of the giveaways for December, January, and February have all started to go out or will be gone and out by the end of this week. So if you won in those months, look for your prizes coming in the mail. Some of those directly shipped from Newegg, some of them basically shipped from us. So pay attention and start looking in your mailboxes if that's stuff that you actually want. For those of you who want gift cards and NVMe drives, also make sure checking your email. Those are actually coming from Blondie now, so Blondie's taking care of all of that stuff, and those things will be a lot faster moving forward. So again, prize distribution is happening. It's that time, and so get ready and be prepared for all that stuff, guys. So we got a lot of stuff coming up in terms of giveaway prizes. I think, it's been pretty crazy. We went through that. I think we've given away close to $15,000 worth of prizes just since we started last year. So that's how much we've kind of given away. Not even including all the not even including the PCs and stuff that we partner with Newegg on, which has been pretty nice. So for those of you who, so I think, okay, good, we're good. So now I can start recording. I was waiting for the thing to start setting up and it took a while. Okay, so anyway, welcome. Okay, my name is Justin Robey. I'm the host of Robeytech. Robeytech is a show that happens every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm super happy to have you guys all here. There's 710 people, and we are building an absolutely bonkers system today, coming in at $6,500. And that is pre-tax. So I mean, with tax, what's like closer to $7,000 or whatever it is. Yeah, a little over $7,000 with this whole thing. I mean, it's dressed to the nines. It's got the Razer Lian Li case, the Uni SL120 fans. It's got it's ASUS Strix 3090, a 5950X, 128 gigs of RAM, 4 terabytes of PCIe Gen 4 storage, 8 terabytes of Western Digital physical storage. It is going to be absolutely nuts, but it is going to take a while to build, and we'll walk through all those specific parts in just a few minutes. Which would be super cool. Also, guys, we just hit level 5 hype train. I'm going to call them out as we get through the very end of this. This is like the telethon portion that we always have here. It's the only time that I kind of hype it up and celebrate the people who subscribe during the show. Remember, if you want to get in on those 2 3070s that we're giving away here on the show just for the month of April, right? Just for the month of April, we're down to our last week. Friday will be your last day to get in on that. Gifted suds get you extra entries, and then obviously subscribing tier 2 and tier 3. So very much thank you to Captain Carnage subscribing with Prime. We got Little 1998. It looks like Little 1988. Thank you very much for your subscription. And then we've had a ton of other people even before with all the gifted sub, like Red X Reagent. Thank you very much for your Prime sub as well. We got 2 minutes and 39 seconds still left on that. I want to talk Karma R Dub, 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that. I also want to let you guys know TSM. I was going to cover this today. Jay actually covered it in a video that he posted 2 days ago. TSM did do hey, King Eater. I will get to it here in a minute. King Eater, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Guys, 511%. Can we get to 1,000%? And can we lock down that first giveaway already? DSM though, thank you very much for your Prime subscription. Neo Light, 911, thank you for your Prime subscription. There we go, Littell 1988 dropping 5 gifted subs as well. Thank you very much. We're at 46 already, guys, and it hasn't even started. Hawkeye J14, thank you for your Prime sub. Appreciate you, my friend. And then who we got? We got Mr. Sarcastic Dude. I wonder if he's sarcastic because he also subbed with Prime. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left, guys. Valid2, thank you very much for your Prime subscription. We're at 48, guys, 2 away. And then thank you for the follow. So he subscribed and followed. I like that. I like that backwards. He's like, I am so sure that I'm going to like you. I'm going to subscribe first. Yeah, so TSM just got finished with their earnings call. And the way earnings calls work is that TSM gets on the phone and they basically tell investors, hey, here's the news, here's the information you need to know about in terms of why we've done the way we've done. Is that Boof Bagwell? Thank you very much for your 1 month. Appreciate it. Welcome. Marine Veteran X, thank you very much for also your 1 month anniversary. Appreciate you as well. Anyway, in that call, they talked about shortages, and obviously shortages given Jagu000. Thank you very much for your subscription as well. They talked about chip shortages, and the thing that's crazy about chip shortages and how long it's going to take. Now, understand there's two major manufacturers of chips in terms of for PC stuff right now, and the first one is Intel, obviously, who does a lot of their own chip manufacturing, and then of course the second one being TSM, who does all the Radeon stuff and things like that. And so big thing with that is that they were talking about how the chip shortages are looking like they're going to continue to happen through and into 2022, which is not good news. And so I saw some people even talking. Red X Reagent, thank you very much for your 5 gifted subs as well. I know I saw some people talking about, hey, when are prices going to drop? And I don't know if there's a good chance of prices even dropping within this year at all. So Dirty Red Panties, what a name. Thank you for your 5 gifted subs. BM Ock, is it B Mockig? One gifted sub, thank you very much for that. And then we got King Eater, again, another 5 gifted subs, and we're at 64 and on our way to the end. So, yeah, you should make him clarify that it's follows and not subs. What do you mean, humongous? Trying to get in where you go from there. So there we go, 1,000%, guys. You guys are awesome, and thank you, Psychoridge, for 6 months. 6 month. That's incredible. 6 month sub anniversary. So yeah, so that's the stuff with TSM. Again, a lot of people asking, hey, Robey, when is this stuff going to go away? And it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, because people are gifting and subbing. You should have clarified what from the beginning. I'm trying to understand what you guys were what I wasn't clarifying. Guys, just so you know, you do not need to sub to enter to win the giveaways. You only have to sub to enter to win the sub-only giveaway, which is what most people are basically subbing for. No, I didn't. I said it takes a sub to enter the sub-only giveaway. So that's what I said. So, and the rules are all on Discord, so if there's any confusion. Guys, I've been doing this for over a year, and nobody's had an issue with this. Hey, Jerfaz, it's good to see you again. So I appreciate you guys being here. So thank you very much, Jerfaz. It's good to see you there. Psychoridge, again, another drop of subscriptions. Appreciate it as well. So, okay, and we got Eternal Rage dropping it as well. That's awesome. Okay, who's ready to start talking about parts? Because we got a lot to build. Who's ready to start talking about parts? And then we'll do a dad joke, because I know everybody wants to do that stuff as well. And honestly, guys, the thing is, the fact of the matter is that these are, like, you want to know why I can give away $15,000 worth of stuff? It's because you guys are incredible supporters. So for those of you who sit there and, like, you want to come in and talk about my giveaways and how I do my giveaways, but the only thing, too, is that if I don't get support, then I don't get to do giveaways. So that's the way it is. Is NVIDIA actually going to release the 3080 Ti? So we have seen the 3080 Ti in the wild in a box. Rumor is May. Nothing has told us that direction hasn't changed. Vega 585, thank you very much for your 25 gifted subs, buddy. Dropping it like it's hot. And so anyway, I really appreciate that they're probably going to do it. I have a feeling the reason that they keep moving the date back is they're waiting to have a ton, and I do mean a ton of cards that I hope, this is my hope, that they have a ton of cards that we're all going to be able to buy, and that should relieve some pressure. Again, not sure that's going to happen, but I feel like they've learned a lot from the launch of the 3060, 3060 Ti, etc., that if they don't have a ton of cards for people to buy, it's just not going to go well, but we'll have to see how that goes. So, shipping issues, really, I work for this, is the hardest time getting modems. Yeah, it's not just that. Now we have cryptocurrency guys using hard drives as well, so it's absolutely crazy too. So it's gonna be, yeah, tons. I'm hoping. Again, Zone Gaming. I'm hoping. This is Robeytech hope. This may not be. It may not be true. I'm hoping that's why I see this, is because I'm hoping that they want to do right by their customers. Yes, Newegg does not, so a lot of people ask this question, it's like, hey, why are cards costing as much as they are? It has nothing to do with Newegg. Newegg does not set the prices. It's set by the companies. In fact, it was funny, I was talking the other day about Best Buy, which is a new supporter for Robeytech. And I went on to Best Buy, and for the first time, like, the ROG Strix was like over 2,000. So even Best Buy's prices have now jumped up like they're supposed to. The only cards that you can get at the original MSRP are the NVIDIA Founders Editions and the Radeon Founders Editions. Outside of that, all the other cards have actually hiked up in price. And Jay actually had a really good insight as to why that is, and that's because the other thing that you guys have to realize is that companies like Gigabyte, ASUS, etc., with the chip shortages, haven't been able to sell through the volume that they are typically at. And so a lot of times, just to keep operational keep their people employed, which is important, they have to hike the costs up because they're not selling at the volume that they'd like to, which is tough. So is there a chance of a 3070? The 3070 is already out. I'm trying to understand what you're asking there. So yes, the Prime sub. In fact, the person who won, Where's Waldo, was actually a gifted sub, and so he's the one who won. So even the just gifted subs, even if you didn't pay, that person who won a 3070 last month won off of a gifted sub. So I appreciate that too. So there you go. Yes, that is Irie Rob. Yes, that is them, and I agree. I agree with that. So yeah. So yeah, that's where we are from there. Okay, so who's ready to start talking about it? And then we'll talk about dad jokes. And I try to spend a little time answering your questions. And usually when we get to around 1,000, wow, we're at 110 subs already. Usually when we get to around 1,000 is usually when I start to try and get into build parts and stuff. Do I have merch? I do have merch. It's just taking forever. Like everything in this world. It's ordered, it's gonna be here, it'll be available at newegg.com/Robeytech here pretty soon. We have all sorts of really cool merch. So, are the prices gonna drop down? Not anytime soon. So, okay, so let's go ahead and fix that giveaway price, right? Giveaway thing, because we're moving on to the, we're on our way towards a $150 Newegg gift card. There's 110 subs. So we're on our way to a $150 Newegg gift card. We have we need 150. We have 110, 04. Okay, so we're definitely on our way towards the next tier, which is good. Hey, Giovanni, thank you. I try to look cute. Okay, so who's ready to talk about parts? Let's talk about spending $6,500. Okay, so for our CPU, we're using the Ryzen 9 5950X. This is a 16-core, 32-thread, absolutely behemoth of a CPU. The current king of the CPU stack. Even over Threadripper in some regards, in terms of just its overall performance. Game performance-wise, there's just nothing that really kind of beats it right now. Again, when you're talking about it, this is still I still feel like this is a bit of a flex CPU. I feel like a 5900X, given that its price point, not that you can buy it, but if you could, versus a 799, this is a lot like a 3090 versus a 3080. You're getting like a 10 to 15% game boost, but again, a lot of times people buy these because they want to flex. This is definitely a flex level build. For the motherboard we're putting this in, it's funny, I actually have this motherboard is running our streaming PC right here, and that is the ROG Crosshair 8 Formula, which is an absolutely incredible motherboard. It actually does have the ability to completely custom water cool the VRM. This is a great motherboard should you want to do overclocking. In terms of because it's got the VRM support, you can definitely overclock. VRMs are a large part of making sure that you can do extreme overclocking. And this board has like all the bells and whistles coming in at just shy of 620 bucks. They can get it on Amazon for $599. So absolutely crazy motherboard. One of the few that seems to be consistently in stock on a constant basis. So there's our motherboard right there. GPU, because why not? We have the ROG Strix, the RTX 3090, which is absolutely the other king and unicorn of parts right here. This is a great card. I know the two other cards that have a tendency to trade blows with it is the EVGA 3090 FTW3, and then of course the MSI 3090 Supreme. Which is the other one that's kind of up there in terms of overall performance and stuff. So again, 2,200 bucks I think is what this is basically. Oh, 1,749. I don't think that's the new price. I think it's over 2,000 now, which is the Best Buy price. But hopefully that Newegg price is right. But 1,749 according to Newegg. For our this is like for our CPU cooling, and I think you're going to see a lot of red and black boxes today. So I'll throw this up over here. For our CPU cooling, we've got the ROG Strix LC360 RGB. I've actually never used this cooler. I've used the Ryujin and the Ryu, but this one is one I haven't ever used. So these have static pressure fans. These are like crazy static pressure fans. In fact, these static pressure fans are 5. So you want anywhere between 3 and like 7, and these are 5 in terms of the static pressure fans that actually come with this. Plus they have an 80.95 CFM rating as well. So and pretty quiet in terms of their overall stuff. So it should be absolutely cool and crazy as well. And it's got that ROG. Again, lots of ROG parts in this for there. For our power supply, because we're still, I might as well stick with the ROG parts. We're using the ROG Thor 1200 watt platinum. Again, absolutely crazy. It's got that OLED, which you can't see obviously in the Lian dynamic, but it's got an OLED that shows you its wattage that it basically draws. It's got RGB support, does with Aura Sync, all that sort of stuff. Very cool PSU. I think it's EOL at this point in time. I don't think they actually make it anymore. I think right now, if you were going to try and buy it on like, if you're going to try and buy it both on Newegg or on Amazon, it's right around $600 just because of rarity more than anything else. So great PSU. So there you go. There's all our ROG parts all laid out. And then we'll go ahead and go through the lighting and cooling as well. I've never done this Mobo, and we'll talk about the other parts that are going in this as well. 3090. There's the motherboard. Okay, so let's talk about the additional parts that are going into this. So we've got our storage and cooling, and then of course lighting. So for fans, because you know everybody, if you have an o11, you have to have a uni. You have to have uni fans. So you have the Lian Uni SL120 fans. These are okay. These are pretty good. Airflow fans sitting at 58.54 CFM. They have an okay. They also okay at static pressure at just over 2.5 millimeter. Like basically their air pressure is at 2.54. It's funny because a lot of people, as much as they love these fans, they're actually a little less powerful than the Corsair ML120 Pro in terms of their power. So the Corsairs are actually a little bit better in both regards versus the Uni 120s. But everybody really likes these. They're easy to daisy chain, all that sort of stuff. We're also continuing the Lian Li lighting train. We've got the Streamer Pluses. Streamer Pluses. That is how you pronounce this, by the way, is Lian Li Streamers. We have both the 3-pin and the 24-pin Streamer Plus. For storage, we're using two 2TB Samsung SSD 980 Pros. These are NVMe 4 SSDs, so they're very incredibly fast. Some of the fastest, I think, I know we have some from basically like Sabrent has a faster one, but for the most part, these are incredibly fast NVMe SSDs. For RAM, we have 128 gigs of 4,000 megahertz RGB G-Skill RAM. Not sure. Understand. I did not choose these parts. These parts were all sent to me. The individual who we did this for, he's the one who chose these parts. I'm not sure this will run at 4,000 megahertz. I have to find out. I did not see these on what's called the qualified vendor list. I don't know if one of the when I was basically taking a look for it. So we'll have to see if this actually runs at 4,000 megahertz. It's one of those things that you always got to think about when you're doing PC builds like this. And then finally, we've got 8 terabytes of a Western Digital black, just regular 7,200 RPM drive, but it's got the caching and all that sort of stuff. So it's a crazy build. Let's just put it that way, an absolutely crazy build, and super excited in terms of getting this put together because it's going to definitely have that ooh-ah moment at the very end, which is always a lot of fun. So yeah, 8 terabytes, so which is going to be crazy. So there we go. There are all your parts. It's time for a dad joke and a drink, and we'll get started building right away. So yeah, we got lots of building coming up. 1,123 people here as we walk through $665 build. But let's bring up our dad jokes. Let's see what we got here. Dad jokes. Oops. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is for Potastic Pip, by the way. And so basically. Oh, he said don't sniff. I'm definitely not. He can't tell me to not sniff the PSU. Friend tried to one-up me with his 3080, so he said, welp, and hold my tea. So this is basically a flex build for him for sure. Let's see, what we got? Dad jokes. Okay. How were spider monkeys made? I don't know if I like this one, but this is from Mecho Assault. How were spider monkeys made? A spider bit a monkey. Oh my gosh, never mind, I just got that. That was good, never mind, I like that one. It wasn't until I said it out loud I was like, oh, no wait, that's hilarious. A spider bit a monkey. Oh man. Okay, what we got? I've decided to quit my job as a personal trainer because the weights are too heavy. I just handed in my 2-week notice. I just handed in my 2-week notice. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, okay, so guys, spider monkeys, how are spider monkeys made? A spider bit a monkey, a bit of monkey, not a bit of, so think instead of a spider bit a monkey, a spider and a bit of monkey is the way, yeah, exactly, 2-week notice, there we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, the thing is they're so good you don't get them. Oh my gosh. So here we go, there's all the parts, and there's your dad jokes as we kick things to get things going on. I don't have any of those. I haven't heard any. I haven't heard any of those things. 2-week notice. There you go, Gold Leader. I'm just underdeveloped for dad jokes. There you go. If you guys want to see the parts, we have the parts. We'll have those going throughout the entire build. But let's go and start. Let's go and get started. 122 subs already, and things are getting crazy. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Thank you, Johnny Nacho. I'm glad you're laughing. Okay, what do you think of the red? What do you think of the red what? Okay, I'm looking for. Yeah, I think it's just how it switches. I don't know what the. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Why it does that when we switch. Oh, of the red Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't think I have a thought right now. This PC is for a customer, yes. Okay, read before hands-on. Okay, so apparently if you have any problems just saying don't return, you need to return it to the manufacturer. So here it is. Here's our motherboard right here. Crazy motherboard. Again, remember you can custom water cool this one. We're gonna walk through this ever so briefly. I'm gonna take the whole box out. This is gonna be easier. Yeah, this is one of those like just ridiculous PCs. Okay, I'm gonna grab we do need this because we actually are going to put a physical drive in there. And then it doesn't look like it looks like all the M.2s are, maybe? Oh, there they are. There's our M.2 standoffs. Okay, so we got our M.2 standoffs and we got all that stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's get our motherboard out of its case here. There it is. Okay, wow, I forgot how much this motherboard weighs. There it is. Motherboard. Okay, so this is the Crosshair 8 formula. Again, this actually has, and I'll zoom in a little bit. Let me grab my camera. Grab my zoom in. This actually does have an EK water block, VRM water block for the top to cool the VRMs. This does work without actually water cooling though. I've been using this exact board non-water cooled in my streaming system for forever. So you don't have to necessarily worry about that. Yeah, you're basically good there. One sec, guys. I have to do a dad duty thing. My daughter, I restrict their screen time, and so she's requesting more. There we go. Gotta be a responsible parent, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. She's good. Okay, so again, you do not need to custom water cool this. It does not, again, you will get better performance obviously if you custom water cool, but you do not need to. We are gonna have to take this stuff off to peel though. Which you can. And obviously custom water cooling is always better if you do have the opportunity, but it's not necessary. I need my little plastic, there it is. we go. Get the peel off. There's that one. Yeah, requesting while I'm busy, smart. Yeah, I know. But luckily, she wouldn't even be able to request it if mom hadn't approved it. So she luckily, I always look for that kind of tacit, because she's texting me from mom's phone. So, which means mom approved it. So I think through that stuff. The VRM is still cool. So the VRM is cool because it is still a full-blown heat sink. Again, you're still dissipating heat. The thing that you would see issues with is that if you were going to do kind of that high-end overclocking, where you would see issues. The the thing is still empty. It's still getting heat, and the heat is still being transferred through. So it does. Yeah, that's how the VRM is being cooled. It's just dual function, and it's ASUS themselves, because I talked to them directly, who said you do not need to use. You don't have to water cool it. It's just if you. It's kind of like this second connector right here. Like, you don't have to use this, but you can. So it's an optional. Okay, there's that. Pulling off all our extra bits here. Peel bits. Got another one right here. Another one right here. And one more. Oh. I was hoping that would peel off with the other one, but there we go. Okay. There you go. Now it is all peeled and we're good to go. Okay, let's get our CPU installed. So again, for CPU, here we are right here. This is a Ryzen 9 5950X. Now we are not, this individual, unlike what I normally do, is actually keeping all of their boxes, so. So we're not getting rid of the boxes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take this to 90 degrees. Just like that. Grab our CPU. And drop it in just like that. There you go. And lock it in. There it is. Okay, for RAM. Oh, I forgot to peel this. Dang it. I hate these. There it is. Ugh. Okay, now let's do our RAM. 128 gigs, 4,000 megahertz. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do for this is that basically you're just gonna lift all of these up. Don't have to worry too much because we know that we're filling all 4 slots. There's a little slot in the DIMM just right here. Just gonna pop that in. And this should be, because it's a very thick board, you should be able to get a solid click. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? That was a good click. That was a good click. Did you hear that one? Oh yeah, that was a good click. Okay, so here we go right here, same thing. Right there, right there. Oh, that one's near as good. That one wasn't near as good. There we go. Still pretty solid. Same thing with this one. That first click was like the best one. There we go. Oh, yeah, the first click was by far the best click. But the rest of these, that was like an S, rank S click, and then the rest were like kind of A's and B's. Okay, let's get this off now. Oh, never mind. This is using the shared. I forgot. This is using the shared NVMe, which is pretty cool. I actually like this. So this is a single slot that shares both NVMe ports. Okay. There it is. I like these. These are always cool. Okay, let's grab our scissors. Small NVMe SSDs. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in our standoffs. Right here. I need to verify. I think that's them. These aren't labeled. I think it goes right in the center, actually. I have to look. Okay, let's grab our M.2s. I don't remember. My mind, it's not labeled like it normally is, and I don't want to put these on if I don't. So we got 2 of these 980 Pro NVMe SSDs. These are PCie Gen 4. There's one. And the prices of these have actually gone up a bit. I think these are like $329 a piece. It's like $600 for the 2 of them. There's one. There's 2. Two NVMe drives. Yeah, he was pretty clear this is a flex build, guys. Some of this stuff is stuff he knows he doesn't need. He's just doing it because he can, which is okay. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay, a little slot on the NVMe, little slot on the PCIe, little slot on the PCB. It looks like these are just going to both go in together like I expected. I'm going to put in our standoff. There it goes. Okay, a little slot in the PCB. Line that up with the little slot in the M.2. Just like that, and there you go. That one's in. Same thing on the other side. Little slot in the PCB. Just like that, and there you go. Now both of them are in. Grab our small screw, and this gets to use that magical, put them both in, and they both get held down. There you go, 4 terabytes of M.2 storage at PCIe Gen 4. Beautiful thing about a X570 board is that you get to use both of that. Then we just got to take off our thermal pad tops here. There's one. There's 2. Bum, bum, bum. Pop that on like that. And seal it. And there we go. Okay, motherboard is almost done. I'm gonna throw these in the box. Give them a nice little baggie so they don't get lost. That's why I save these little baggies. Now, just for little circumstances like this. Not that you would need it, but there we go. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna grab our AIO, and we're going to check the back bracket installs for this. A little later. Okay, checking the bracket install for this. See what we need to do. How this basically mounts is important. There you are. Hoping it's one of the like nicer ones, but yeah. Yep, it's what I thought. Okay, cool. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's really funny. People are like, "Hey, $6,500." Let me be super clear about something. I think this is something interesting. If somebody was using these parts, and didn't have an AIO, this PC would be way more than $6,500. Radiators, tubing, radiators, basically pump, CPU, like good water block. This thing would be closer to 10 grand. I would spend, if I was going to build these parts and completely water cool it, my water cooled parts would be almost $2,000. So if you're going to like, people like sit there and say like, hey, if you're going to spend $6,500 in parts, and be like, why wouldn't you water cool it? Because then this build would be $8,500, not $6,500. And the other thing too is water cooling is not going to get you from a performance standpoint, especially if you like, unless you're going to overclock it, you're not going to get a ton of extra performance, and you're having to drain it every 6 to 12 months. So as cool as that is, and as somebody who builds water cooled, I own 3 water cooled systems. Every system in my game room is water cooled. It is not for everybody, and it is not for somebody who does not know what the heck they're doing. So it is a lot of maintenance, and the other thing too is it is also a pain in the butt to ship. So I'm just letting you, like, I have people who reach out to me and they're like, hey, will you build me a water cooled system? And then they're like super shocked when I'm like, yeah, I'll build it, but by the way, the cost is going to go up. Like Vega, I think Vega is a great example. He's like, hey, Robey, we have his build coming up, and he's like, hey, how much would it cost to water cool the system? And it was like, it's an extra $1,800, right? Because I'm using all Optimus water cooled parts, the fittings and all that sort of stuff. It is not. It's just, I want to be super clear. Water cooling is not for everybody. And Jay would agree with me. Any one of us agrees. This is not something that everybody should kind of dive into. Again, they're amazing, but they are not for the faint of heart. So this is still a flex system all up, and it is okay and completely capable, and you can overclock this system fine with the current configuration, and a 360 AIO would be good. Yeah, exactly. Vega went through this with me because he's like, I want to water cool. I'm like, okay, here's what it's costing. Yeah, and you could do the hybrid CPU the hybrid GPU coolers are interesting. I haven't had I'll be honest, I haven't had a ton of time to play with, like, for instance, the EVGA Kingpins and stuff like that. But the problem is that at that point in time, just it's hard to make builds look good with that much AIO. And then the other thing too is like what you're going to get like versus an air, like if you do a super good air build, super good airflow build, you can overclock a GPU a lot. And so I feel like there's not, I don't know. I'm going to save this because I'm going to put this in the thing. I don't know if the hybrid ones are worth what you have to do. That's all. I would say the EVGA. Somebody's asking between MSI and EVGA, but I haven't, like, MSI is getting better. I'll just be transparent. MSI is starting to surprise me. Like, their Dragon Center used to be really terrible. We were talking about that on the Discord today, but honestly, their control center's gotten better. The Supreme is apparently the best in terms of just a performance 3080. All I have is a Supreme 3070, so I haven't been able to test the 3080 or 3090. But that's what I know as of right now. Yeah, EVGA is kind of my, EVGA or Strix are kind of my recommendations. Aorus has kind of had the same problem for me, is like the Aorus software has been really terrible, but even that's getting better. RT Warpath, yes, that is true. Yeah, Subrat, that's the thing that I've been surprised. Like I built ones for people, and they're like, 2 I've converted back to AIOs because they didn't want to deal with the maintenance. The maintenance on them is rough. So, okay guys, build is, motherboard's ready. We've added our everything for mounting our AIO. Let's go and get our case stripped and start that process now. But before we do that, let's read a couple dad jokes. Okay. I'm gonna read this one, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, let me see if you guys get it. Dad, what is the opposite of ladyfingers? Oh my gosh, never mind, I just got it. Dad, what is the opposite of ladyfingers? Son, I have no idea. Dad, Mentos. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's pretty bad. How is water-cooled maintenance different than from a water-cooled loop? AIOs are self-contained loops. They can go without actually having to modify or change them for up to 7 years. A water-cooled loop, you need to change and clean out, and you should drain at least once a year at minimum. So there are quite a bit more maintenance than an AIO. Here it is, Razer. It's our Razer system. Again, this one supports Chroma. It's actually got, so it's a couple things that are different between it and the normal o11. It's actually got a bar over here. It's got Chroma support as well, so it's got Chroma lights on the bottom, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so it's a little bit different than the ROG version, which has like a light bar right there, and you get more Chroma support, which, you know, RGB obviously means that this thing runs way faster. I mean, duh. I don't know if there's anything else. No, it looks like I'm gonna take the front one off first. Apparently I'm gonna remove the front first. And you've got that etched, I think it's etched, yeah, it looks like etched Razer logo on it. There we go. There we go. Get rid of our The one thing that is nice about Chroma is that and I don't know if it's going to be the same thing on this, but the Chroma controllers have a tendency to use really, really thin cables. So for RGB, a little bit better. Yeah, no, the Chroma, yeah, it's the standard Chroma stuff in terms of the RGB, which is kind of neat. So yeah, we should be good there. Let me go ahead and remove our two front drives because we're not going to use these at all. Yeah, and he wants to, we're going to bottom mount our fans. Okay, and last thing we want to do is let's go ahead and take our back stuff off. And then we need to remove our drive as well and go ahead and mount it while we're at it. There's that. Okay, let's go to top down. Hey, GeoBear, thank you very much for the $10, man. Appreciate it. We go right there. put this somewhere. Where did I put it? Where is my small blue screwdriver? I knew I was gonna do this. Oh, there it is. I'm like blind. Oops, you guys can't see that very well. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. And prepared. Now it's funny, as much as this case is, one thing that's really rough is we have a very, very big PSU we have to worry about here because it's 1200 watts and it's extremely long. So we will not have as much cable management room as I would typically like, which is unfortunate, but we will make do. Makes it a little harder to do the build. Okay, here's all our extra bits. This is just, okay, this is just a standard one. Okay, so what's the first thing we're gonna do? Let's go ahead and quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and mount our hard drive. Because why not? That way it's just kind of in the system and I don't forget about it. It's one of those things that I have a tendency to forget about all the time. I'm like, I very, very rarely ever install these, so when I do, I want to make sure I remember right at the beginning. Ugh. Okay, so a beautiful WD black. We go like this. It's got those nice little I was looking for right there. Okay, so let's get this screwed on. There we go. Okay, grabbing our hard drive screws. There they are. There we go right there. And one more. Keep that nice and sealed. Okay, that'll take care of that. Drive is installed. We can seal this and never have to think about it again. Okay, so we've got our drive in. Worry about putting the cable in. Let's go ahead and put it on our motherboard. Well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and put it on our motherboard. Ugh. And then we'll start doing fans. Now we are going to be side mounting our AIO. A couple things. I'm sorry, we are going to be top mounting our AIO, just so you guys know, for optimal placement in there. So that's what we're going to basically be doing there. Let's go and drop this in. Ugh. Oh, the WoW stick's coming, don't worry. There we go. The WoW stick's coming, don't worry. There we go. We got it, it's right here. I have a tendency not to use it on motherboards anymore because sometimes it'll slightly over torque the screws, so I want to like and make it so you have to you basically have to pull out the if you need to remove the motherboard or whatever it was, you end up pulling out the header. Okay, let's get our fans in, our screws in. There we go. This motherboard is going to, this motherboard fills up this whole thing. There we go. And the one thing about Chroma, like specifically with this one, is that you are going to have to use RGB. So in the case of this one, like we'd have to use, oh, you know what? We may need one anyway. I might have to use a USB hub because I realized this, luckily I have spares because Chroma, I think, requires a USB 2. So one thing that you won't have to do with like the Razer editions and some of the other ones, sorry, not the Razer edition, but with the ROG edition of this case, is that you don't necessarily need to use a USB hub. But in this one, I think you're going to, because the Chroma requires a USB, and this one is going to, the Lian, and the Lian is going to need one as well. So I think we're going to end up having to use a USB hub as well. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and install our 3 fans. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly just put this down off to the side and put all of our fans together real quick. Ugh. So we can just have all that stuff done. Okay, so we got a clear table again. So here's our boxes of SL120s. Uni 120s. Okay, so we'll just need one of these. And we'll need one of these. The rest of these go in here, along with the instructions. We'll just do all 9 at the same time, so then they're just all put together. It doesn't take that long. Sounds like he tweaked his back. I didn't tweak my back. What? I feel like I tweaked my back. I didn't do that. Okay. There we go. There's one packet. Get these built real quick. Now, the cool thing about these fans, again, is the ways you daisy chain them is pretty straightforward. If you do it, you just put them like this and then you slide them. You want to make sure they're locked really tight. Same thing with this one. Like that. Slide it like that. We grab our cable. There you go. There's one ready to go. One set. Next. Now this one, we are going to take these 2 out. We'll need one of these. We'll leave the stuff in the box here. Let's take the fans out. There we go. Oh, thanks, Shikama. I'm glad you're my biggest fan. 128 on the subs, guys. We're getting close to 150. Okay, next group of fans. Same rinse and repeat from the last one. There we go. There we go. And then we take our, there's next set. Last box. Need one of these. These go in the box. One thing I forgot to take out. I need out of here. Ugh. Open the wrong side. Nope, nope, it's not gonna be in there. Forgot about the screws. I'm just gonna put all this stuff in there. It's just easier. So much extra stuff with these builds. You only need one hub for all 9 fans. But I forgot, you're gonna have to go. Okay. These are all of our screws that I got to open up. This for later, for later, for later. Okay, big pile of screws we'll put over here in just a second. Get these open. There we go. Again, slide, put together, slide, put together. Make sure they're locked super good. And then we're gonna grab our one. There we go. Now we have all of our fans together. Then what I'm gonna do is create our pile of fan screws. We'll need it's like opening like mints almost. One more. Okay, we got our mints out now. Okay. So now we're ready to install fans. Put these off to the side, because we don't need these for a little while. Let's get our first set of fans installed. We're gonna go right here. Side camera. Okay. There we go. Well, that's weird. Popped right off. Cool. You got to be really careful, by the way, in the bottom part of this, because the ribbon cables for Chrome are really thin, and so if you end up, you just got to be cautious, because that cable is easy to get kind of trapped inside of your screwdriver. So just double verify before you start twisting that you don't have your chroma cable trapped in there. Unfortunately, the WOW stick gets it started, but these require quite a bit of torque to put all the way in, so saves me a little bit of twisty and turny though. There we go. And yes, I'm one of those guys who's gonna, even though the fans are all daisy chained, I'm still gonna put in all of the screws just to make sure that, you know, in shipping nothing gets damaged or anything like that, or, you know, it's always safer, better for the client, you know. Whoa, it's locked up. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Wow, I just noticed that. Sorry about that. We'll fix that. There you go. All of a sudden now it's built. Woohoo! Sorry about that. I wonder, I was like, what? That seems kind of abnormal. There we go. Okay, all of our fans are in, and we're good to go there. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's put together our AIO. That. Trying not to pull off our there we go. Turn this around real quick so I can see. Okay, so we have a couple options in this case, and sorry, I'm just thinking through this right now. So we can do so if we do 3 intake, which we're going to do from the rear, currently set as intake fans. No, they're exhaust. So I could do intake. I could do positive. I mean, ideally, the best thing for this is to do a negative pressure situation. In this case, it's going to basically pull out the most hot air. So we'll want to do, well, that way you'll get the most hot air out of the system. But the other thing too is you're going to want to do intake on the AIO because that's going to give you the coolest amount of air. You don't want to exhaust through the AIO because you're basically going to be exhausting hot air, which is not going to help you with your cooling. So we're going to do intake on our AIO fans, which are going to be this way. So we're basically going to pull air into our AIO because that's going to give us our overall cooling. And then we'll do exhaust. So we'll do exhaust out the back, exhaust out of the back, and exhaust out of the bottom, and then intake through the top. So the only thing that sucks is it's going to create this weird situation ideally, because if we do it this way, if I do it this way, then you're going to get, well, no, it'll be fine. This is the best thing because I want maximum cooling. I'm going to do exhaust out of the bottom, exhaust out of the side, and then intake on the top because you want the coldest air to come through over the radiator. So what did we say about the pump for the AIO when on the front? So if you put the AIO on the front, which you could, but it's not optimal for cooling. I mean, because again, when you think about a pump, right, and especially in this certain circumstance, right, when you're using it this way, all of the air is being trapped at the top of the radiator. And again, that air is actually helping with cooling, even though there's a very limited amount of it, because again, the air is being spread out over the entire thing, which is actually helping with the cooling situation. I was going to do side mount, which you could do. You're going to do a side mount for your AIO. Again, your air is going to basically get trapped up here at the top. None of it's going to get to the pump. It's going to be absolutely fine. But the other thing too is like probably then at this point in time, you'd want to do intake out of the back. The problem is that the back is probably the most air restricted area because you'd need really heavy CFM fans for that to basically force air through. And the problem is that there's space between the back of the case and the airflow place, so you're not actually going to get a ton of air out of the back, out of mounting it from the side. Thermodynamics, so that's not going to be optimal for cooling with an AIO. This case is not a great airflow case. And then obviously we're not going to bottom mount our AIO. So side mount, so DG Bray, a problem that's still, again, the thing is that the fans that he has are not good CFM fans. So if you were going to do side mounted AIO with pumps down, with tubes down, the tubes on this are not long enough, which would be a big problem. So this isn't actually capable of doing that. The other thing too is that he has the wrong fans. So that's the other problem. So we're going to do intake on the top. We're going to do intake on the top, which is going to give you the most cooling, the best cooling for your 3950. So we'll do intake on the top. Not the most attractive, but going to be best for the performance. And then we'll do exhaust out of the bottom. Yeah. So this flow one is because of the fan. The other thing too is it's just optimal cooling. Again, you could do side mounted, but you'd need really good CFM fans. So an example might be like the Noctua fans, but again, non-RGB more than likely, just because you want something that's like high. Like for instance, actually, The ones that would be great are the fans that are actually included with the case. But let me show you guys something about the Lian that a lot of people don't think about is when you're pulling air from the back, you see this space here? There's a space between this and where the vents are. So again, you're actually not pulling air directly through the vents. That's getting some of it, but again, you're pulling air from within the system as well. So even a CFM fan, which is like really made to be right up against the vents, right, to pull some of that stuff through, is not here. And because of the spacing, this is what causes the issue with using your side mounting your AIO in this case, right? So again, ideally you top mount your AIO in your o11. 5000D is a better airflow case, yes, than the 5000D. Well, Bad Dog Games, but the other thing too is like, again, actually the thing is that it could be more than that when you did a side mount. It could be more than that, depending on all sorts of things. Can't you do a push? Well, yeah, but I don't have. If I did 6, this thing isn't going to fit 6 fans. Oh, I see. By putting the radiator in between. Yeah, but that would, yeah, you could do a push-pull. I mean, let me see, I could do push-pull. He actually gave me enough fans for it. I have enough things. I could do a push-pull on the side, for sure. You're gonna lose some cable management room. And the other thing too is like, because again, you're pushing things all the way to the front, that's gonna cause, it's gonna be that wouldn't work. So yes, you could do push-pull. Sorry, just thinking through this. You could do push-pull, but you couldn't use Lian streamers because the streamers wouldn't work because they would actually cause pressure against the fans at the back. So that's the problem. And he's using streamers, which was important. So you couldn't do push-pull. That would basically, because the thing is like you would have your fans would be all the way up against the edge of the vents. So honestly, what I'm doing right now is great. It's a great airflow situation. The problem is that, so yes, you want to do intake out of the, so he said, you want to do intake out of the top, for sure. You want to do intake through the AIO. Where's my things? You want to do intake through the AIO, because that's going to give you the most cold air, which is what you want across your radiator fins. You don't want to exhaust hot air into your AIO. You could do exhaust out of the back, which is what I have. Yeah, so I'm exhausting out of the side and then exhausting out of the bottom. Yeah, Super Cooks, can somebody just let him go, please? Because I don't appreciate that kind of tone in my channel. It's an education thing. Yeah, this is not the case you'd want to do if you want to do if you want to do an air build. This is not a case for air cooling. I hate this part. You have to push. It's like these fans are their spacing is just a little off. You have to like kind of, there you go. Yeah, it does come with fans, but he wanted these fans. So. No, this is the LC360 from ASUS. The problem is that because of how the airflow works in this case, if you used an air, like for instance a Noctua DH15 or something like that, you would be starving your air cooler for air. because this case in general doesn't create good airflow across to where, I mean, you'd have to basically do a crap ton of intake, and then that air has nowhere to go. I'm just saying, this is like if you're going to do an airflow build, like if you're going to do an air-cooled build, and I have a guide coming out on airflow builds tomorrow, an air-cooled guide coming out tomorrow. The best case for that would be like a Corsair 5000D. I would say the Kraken. I mean, that's like a staple. That's a staple cooler for like myself. I know Steve uses it for all of his reviews. It's a great cooler. So the problem is with that Hogwai is that you're basically, if you do out top through an AIO, you're blowing warm air through your radiator, which is then you're like essentially you're hurting the cooling versus pulling cold air from the outside through the radiator fins, and it's a more effective cooling solution. This case, I think a lot of people use this case because it looks good. And that's not to say this case isn't bad. This case is a great water-cooled case. And again, with great CFM fans, and the other thing too is what you need to cool if the whole thing's water is a lot lower in terms of what you need. But yes, the airflow for this case is restricted because of dust filters, number one. You'd have to remove all the dust filters. That would help. The second thing too is the slotting. In terms of where the air comes in, right? Like, look at things like the Corsair 5000D or the Fantex P500A, right? Where the all mesh and even widen it, the width of the mesh actually improves the overall airflow and how much air you can pull through with airflow fans. If you would have to switch the build to using what are called heavy CFM fans to more effectively cool. And there are fans like these fans, these fans right here. These fans right here, they have a static pressure. These things pull 80.95 CFM. Just so you know, these pull 80, these pull 56, like just shy of 60. These have a static pressure of 5. These have a static pressure of 2.5. So in other words, these are great high static pressure airflow fans, right? Like if you put 9 of these in this case, it'd be great. But you're putting because we're choosing you're choosing SL120s, that's where you've got some limitations in terms of what your cooling is. And that's where the stats for the fans become important. I'm not saying it's going to be like, is it going to be killer? No, it's not going to be killer at all. I'm just trying to do the best thing for his build. Okay, so we'll want that out. And then we don't need this, we will need that. Okay. Oh, this is for mounting, which we're gonna do here in a second. What is that? That must be the RGB, okay. Okay, cool. So I think we're good here. Let's go and get this mounted now. And unfortunately you guys are just gonna see me mount it from the top, but it's not gonna be. The good thing about these particular fans is just the fans light the same way as the back. It's just you have the sticker, but you're not gonna see it really, so. And he is right in terms of, you know, you're like, we're potentially talking about very small differences in overall airflow here. I could have flipped this, couldn't I have? Yeah, I probably wanted it. I need to flip this around. Because even though, well, no, I don't. Never mind. I did this right. I was like freaking out, but never mind. I did this right. Okay, there we go. Let's go to side view. You guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, you know what would have helped, Robey? I did all of the preparation for everything, but actually opening all of my... That's not it. That's what I needed. Hey, the one thing I do like about this versus the NZXT is that this particular... never mind, they're still pretty big. Honestly, the best fans, the best AIO for this case is the H510, the H150 Capellix, because the screws are flat. I don't like that certain AIO companies. Oh, the tooling on this is really nice though. Certain AIO companies use really like rounded screws for the AIO mounts because, like for dust filters, specifically in this case, like they pop up, and then sometimes that'll cause problems with the actual dust filter fitting on the top. So I would not put the dust filter on the top here because you're basically screwing yourself. This belt, this case is just gonna, I mean, that's why we have a negative pressure situation in here, because we're gonna wanna exhaust a lot more. That'll help minimize dust, which is gonna be better. And negative means that we have more fans exhausting. Negative pressure means we have more fans exhausting than we have intaking. And that's better for temps, but can be worse for dust because it's gonna pull dust. It's gonna pull in more dust from the other crevices. But it's gonna be better for cooling, which I think is what we want, especially in a 5950X. Yeah, I wish, like, it's one of the things I really like. If you look at the Corsair screws, they're crazy flat, which is nice, and that means that it keeps the dust filters down. We're getting there, guys. We're using the WoW stick now. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, calm down, Robey. Calm down. One more screw, guys. One more screw. Okay. Okay, AIO is close to mounted now. Got to get it onto the block, the old CPU. Got a lot coming into the back now. Luckily, easy to control because of the type of fans. One of the things I definitely like about the SL120s is just how easy they are to work with. Okay, now, next stop, pop this off. Pop this off. Put that on. Nice low profile cooler. That's nice. Wow Stick, Shay, they'll give you a link right now. They'll get you a link to the Wow Stick. People are asking where to get the Wow Sticks. Well, here you go. There it is right there. Hidden attribute hooking you up. That's how you get a Wow Stick. Helps me out too. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. There we go. Okay. AIO's mounted now. So far, so good. Cranking. We do not need this. Okay. Hey, thank you for the gifted subs. Okay, now put this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, need this. We're just gonna get our cabling hooked up. I wonder if, actually may not need to use this at all. Nope, I don't. Okay, this is our USB. Question is, which direction does it go? Should have looked before I put it in. I have to take that off anyway. Goes down, okay. There we go. Okay, now pull this up and this through. Where's the RGB? Okay, here's our CPU, which verify I plug this in the right place. I have to look. Okay, we're gonna have to look at the book real quick. Does this come with the book? Missed the book here? Okay, we gotta look up the book. One sec, guys, I gotta see where the CPU fan is. I don't want to put it in the right place. I've done that too much. Not that I'm like, just in terms of crosshair formula 8. Support manual. One in English. Thank you. Zooming in. CPU fan is the second one. Okay. So this is, main reason I'm doing this is just to make sure the BIOS doesn't throw an error, so I always like to look now. A couple times where I've just assumed that I knew where it was and then I was wrong, so, and every motherboard is a little bit different. Okay, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna run our cables down, try and get that to go flat. Pull this through. Just this, see how long this is? This is how long the NZXT one needs to be. NZXT, if you're watching, that's how long your cable needs to be. Stop giving us those like ones that don't reach all the way around. Sounds bad when I say it that way, but they don't reach, like they're too short. I'd rather it be too long than too short, and that's like, so often is the cable just that much too short for like builds like this. I'd have to like run it down. It's kind of the worst. Okay. By the way, we got more new. Look at this. Dun, dun, dun. When you need cable combs. I mean, when you need tweezers. Got small ones finally. Those big ones are kind of killing things here. What we're doing here is just going to make sure it looks good. So we're going to create some uniformity by zip tying these smaller things together. So it stays and looks nice. There we go. Pull the other one from the other side when we do that. Okay, cool. And that'll be pulled through there, and then that's all hidden up top. Okay, cool. Now let's grab our cutters. Go and oops. Again, then you rotate this down so you can't see that. You push it up so you can't see that, and there you go. Now it looks like a single cable. Cool, looks good. There we go. Okay, so now what we have is we have almost all our fans. What we're going to work on now is we have a couple things. We need to turn this over, get our front panels plugged in, hook up our kind of like some of our extra stuff. One thing I am going to throw in right now, just for the sake of simplicity, is bad. It's not really simple, but this build's complicated, but it's going to be easier for me to manage if I get this installed already. Is the streamers. Not the GPU one, just the main one here. There we go. We're going to pull this down and through. There we go. So that way we have that already, we can put in the box and all that stuff and have it ready for front panels, etc. Okay, let's turn this over and let's start hooking up our front panels and getting everything kind of connected that way. Oh. Now we want to avoid as much as possible, when as little in this area as humanly possible, just because we're gonna, like, this is gonna be full of PSU. In fact, let's just go ahead No, never mind. It's gonna make it hard. Okay. This is all the extra stuff here. We have our USB. This is for our chroma. Now, one thing we are gonna have to add, and I'll be right back, is we do need, and I'll go to wide real quick. By the way, how are we doing on likes on the YouTube? How are we doing on likes on the YouTube channel? Guys, just as an FYI, I know we haven't talked about this. There are 3 giveaways that are still happening. It still haven't happened to oh, well, let me fix that and then we'll go from there. And then we'll talk about it. That makes more sense. There you go. Okay, so we have 3 giveaways that are gonna happen. The first one is if we hit Hype Train twice during the show, which we've hit once already, so we hit the second Hype Train, which will be in about, I'd say probably in about 15-20 minutes. We'll get pretty close to that one. Let's say half an hour, probably just to be safe. Second one is if we get 700 likes on the YouTube channel. 700 likes on the YouTube channel, then we also unlock a 500 gig NVMe SSD. So both of those unlock these community giveaways, which are half a terabyte NVMe drives. The other giveaway, which is down below, is we're going to be giving away at least a $150 Newegg gift card. If we get to 300 subs, that becomes a 5600X. If we get to 450 subs, that becomes a 5800X. If we get to 600 subs, that becomes a 3060, and it grows from there. It gets super awesome. The last thing is that this is the last week to get on the 2 RTX 3070s that were sub-only giveaways for Twitch. So those are only happening on Twitch. And the way you get on those, if you're over at youtube.com/Robeytech or twitch.tv/Newegg, pop on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech, drop your free Prime sub, and then you may actually end up walking away with a GPU. And if you want to get extra entries from that, obviously gifting subs is one way to do that. The second one is to basically subscribing to tier 2 through tier 3, etc. Right? So we have 3 more shows, today included, 3 more shows before we're going to announce the winner, and that'll be the second Wednesday of the month of May that we'll basically announce those winners. Now we announced the winners for the last one. That was Blue Moo and Where's Waldo. They won the last ones. Now for all the other giveaways, you do not need to be a subscriber just for that one. Everything else, all you got to be is here and present and over 18. That's all it takes. I'm going to go grab some USB hubs. I'll be right back. But because we're going to need that for this build. I'll be right back, guys. Glad you ordered the USB hub. I need one already. Luckily, I just ordered these, or we would be in trouble. There we go. There we go. Luckily, I just bought some. So these are because we have more than we have more internal USB devices than we actually have room for. And that's because of the chroma. Normally this would not be a problem, but because of chroma, we actually have to worry about it. What the heck, man? Okay, there's our some Velcro. like not giving me, letting me. There it goes. Okay, there we go. Now we got it all. Okay, so we've got our USB hub now, which this is actually magnetic, which is nice. It's a very strong magnet, so which is good. That's the one that we're gonna plug in, and we need 3. There we go. So first one, let's go to top down. You guys can see. This is our USB hub from NZXT. These are great if you are ever. There's that one. Like I said, they're very strong magnets, so they'll stick down here, no problem. And then it also comes with adhesives to install if you wanted to. We want to grab our cable right here. And this is going to plug in right here. Okay, now we're going to run as much of this down. Push this down into the front panel as we possibly can. Okay, there's that, and then what the last one we have is this one. Oops, it would help if I actually line that up. There we go. We also have this one. Go. Okay, so now this is for our fans. There we go. Okay, so there you go, fans. Everything here is ready. What I'm gonna do now is just try and. Okay, so this is gonna go in here, down there. Actually, we probably want to run it all here because that way you don't have any weirdness here. Okay, this is gonna go right here. That's USB-C, plugging that in. Front panel power switch goes right here. The front, HD audio, front here in the bottom. Okay, USB 3, where do you go? Okay, USB 3 goes right here as well. Okay, and there's all of our stuff. Everything else here is all gonna get plugged into this later on. Oh, let's grab our SATA cable. Why I hooked this up now, because not I would have forgotten. And then SATA coming off of here. And right into here. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got all of the stuff plugged in that we need right now. We still haven't done but right now what we're doing is we're just getting all of our cabling hooked up. So that way it's all ready to go. And then we'll turn this over. Once we have that done, We won't have anything extra because the other streamers will plug into this hub. Wait, did we get, yeah, this other hub right here. That doesn't use USB, no. That'll go into this other hub right here. So we should be good. Okay. Ugh. Okay, here's all our crud. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is grab our USB-C, plug that in. There we go. Next thing we're gonna do is grab our USB 3.2 or USB 3, plug that in. That looks good. We're gonna grab our SATA for our hard drive. That's in. Okay, now we have these USB. We have a single USB 2, which is awesome. You actually have two more because of the hub, which is great. HD audio is going to go way down here. Plug in right here. Boom. Plug that down. We're going to take our front panel connection. Plug that in the right place. Okay, now all our front panels are plugged in. All of our front panels are plugged in. We can go ahead and run our last set of streamer of our Uni 120s, cover this up because we don't have anything else to plug in the bottom. And then we can turn over and hook all our fans up. And then what we'll probably do is throw in our GPU and then turn it over and do all of our cable management at the same time, which is never my favorite, but in this case, we're gonna have to do something like that. Just because of how the build is. And remember, these are gonna be exhaust as well. Exhaust. I actually should. I am actually going to, no, because that'll, fortunately I'm going to have to do them that way, okay. Okay, pushing this through. Okay, last set of fans. And then we'll have all 9 fans. There we go. Wow stick now. Wow stick. There we go. Okay. 3 more screws. There we go. 2 more. There we go. 1 more. Oh, no. Apparently I missed one somewhere. Top right. Last screw. There we go. Okay. So all our fans are in. Let's put our bottom dust filter back on. There you go. There you go. Okay. Bottom dust filter's on. Let us get, everybody say, no, they're exhaust. Exhaust, intake. Exhaust, intake. We already had this whole conversation. So again, we want to intake to bring cool air from the inside to cool off the AIO, which is cooling off the CPU. So you want cold air. If you were set these to exhaust and these were intake, you would be intaking hot air from the entire system through the radiator, which isn't going to help with your cooling. So I want to pull cool air in. These are exhaust, and this is going to create a negative pressure situation inside of the case, which means most of the hot air will be out of the system anyway because there's more exhaust than there is intake. So I'm pulling cold air into the radiator because there's cold air on the outside. The temperature outside, I do top bottom intake in my o11 GPU is going to die. Why would the GPU die? Well, I guess here's the deal. Like, which one? The thing is that's the thing that's tough about this case. If I was going to do intake here, all I would do is be pulling cold air, and then you're restricting your CPU. And again, there's still enough airflow that your GPU is going to get air. So why won't it be up intake, down intake, and side outtake? Because, well, I mean, you could, but then you have a positive pressure situation inside of the case, and you're going to trap heat inside this case. And this case does not have a lot of airflow. So again, positive pressure means that you basically create a situation inside the case where you're actually potentially trapping heat. Yeah, the radiator's in the right spot. The GPU will be fine. It's still going to pull, it's still pulling out, it's still exhausting air out of the front. Back exhaust is the best, top bottom intake, back exhaust is the best one for, again, that is a very positive pressure setup. And again, where I don't understand, I'd like to sit there. Do you have, so again, the thing is that if we did that, then you're trapping heat inside the case. Positive pressure traps heat because we have 6 intake fans and 3 exhaust fans in a situation where the exhaust is blocked. So, yes, less dust with positive pressure, that is true, but you trap heat. And in a case like this, you don't want to trap heat. Yeah, I think there's a difference between what looks best and what is actually performing best. Okay, we're going to throw the GPU in. And we'll test it. Where is my, there. Clean this up a little bit. Okay, GPU time, guys. You know, because science. Science. Okay, that's done. These I haven't used yet. Okay, guys, let's grab our GPU now. Everybody say GPU time. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want the side camera. So here it is, guys, the ROG Strix RTX 3090. Yeah, the music just ended, so which means we must be getting close to the hype train. Let me start the music again. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. And here we go. And there it is. Oh, Looks like he already did his peel. Oh, no, they're still on there. Okay, cool. This thing, guys, just be prepared. There's a lot of peeling on this. There's a lot of peeling on this particular GPU. I want the HDMI. There we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Peel time. Lots of peels. One. Two. Three. Four. There we go. Okay, now for the ones on the shields. There we go. There you go. There we go. Okay, so there's those. Peel this now. Boom. Okay, so there's that one. Now, top. There's that. And then finally, the top. Oh, there's actually, oh, I forgot about this. There's that. There's that. Like I said, we're gonna be here at peels. So much peeling. Peel. Peel. And I think we got it all. I'm gonna see, is there, no, there's this one too. There we go. Now we got it all. All the peels, guys, all the peels. There are fingerprints. Okay, now let's go to top down. We're gonna pull this one and this one. Out of there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our GPU. There we go. Boom. There it is. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna grab our streamers, our 8-pin streamers. We're gonna replace this box with this box because this box doesn't work, because this requires 2 essential 8-pins, so to speak. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Getting there. Oh, I love this part. This is the part that always like just takes the most time because like, there we go, okay. It's like 2 hours later. There we go, okay. First one started. This kind of snowballs from here. Come on. Ugh. These really are sometimes just a pain in the butt to get in. There you go. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, stay in there. Okay. Fortunately, this is like pulling on the... There we go, okay. And now we've got our cables in. And that is pretty much what our build is gonna look like from the front. So it just looks good. Okay, so this is pretty much what our build is gonna look like from the front. I just gotta turn it over and hook it all up. Ugh. Okay. Now's the fun part, guys. Getting all this stuff into everything it needs to get into. And not ruining our Razer Chroma ribbon cables. Okay. So everything's plugged in now. Now what we're going to do is work on getting all of our cabling and everything all under control. So let's get all of our fan stuff out of the way and just get this stuff under control first. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Then we can focus on just the stuff that needs to get plugged in. So first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of start cable controlling, cable managing all of our, the good thing is like, honestly, not gonna be so bad. And all I wanna keep as much out of here as humanly possible. I'm gonna pull this stuff pretty far up because this case, this motherboard, sorry, not motherboard, this PSU takes up a lot of room. So cable management, what we're just trying to do is get everything up into the top part of this case right now. As much into up here as humanly possible. Okay, now this is going to get covered by the AIO. And this is going to get plugged into, let's grab our streamer box. Oh, that's right, we may, oh no, we're not doing, oh, I have a fan connection. Okay, I should be able to find that. I can do that off the side. Okay. Okay, so this goes into VGA. Okay, and then this goes into there we go. Okay, so there's our streamers are plugged in now. And then the only thing I care off of this now is the power. There we go. Okay, so power is in. And then I want a probably this. Okay, we're going to put this right here so he can control the fans. There's our PSU stuff. Okay, then we have our Lian fan stuff. I use this to kind of control this bit. I would not recommend, if I, like for the streamers, I think streamers, unless there's like a very specific look you're looking for like color you're looking for RGB, honestly, you get more control options by using the streamers, the control button, the controller. I will give him the connect, like if he wants to connect his RGB thing, but I just don't think the options look near as nice as what you can do with just the standard controller. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're just gonna get all of this other stuff. This is all the extra USB, and what I'm doing here is just getting it controlled. grab my other bin of really big. Bigger cables here. All I'm working on right now is just getting all of our cables controlled here. Again, the Lian Li, the o11 is an interesting case in the fact that, like, you don't, like, this whole thing is going to get covered. So the big thing I'm trying to do is just to keep things kind of clustered. So I have lots of room for the PSU cables when they get done, which is like one of the biggest things is just making sure that the PSU, because the PSU is going to need a ton of room here. So that's what I'm working on more than anything, and then so we have lots of room to control PSU cables. Okay. Okay, so we've got like one giant, like kind of, we have right here is one giant, like, spine of cables. We might add some more here in a minute just to get them out of the way. There we go. Now we can work on fans. Which is right here. Figure out how the links are for this. Okay, this will be 3. And fan right here. And we have 2 more. We'll make this 2. And 1, over 2. There we go, and then we have 1 more. Is this one. And then 1. There we go. Now the big thing for this particular bit here is that, again, I'm probably just gonna have it kind of stuffed down here more than anything else. I guess I could stick it off of that, I guess. Let me grab another. There we go. I'm gonna see where we can get from a Okay. There we go. Get those out of the way. I need to grab my fan cable. That one, not that one. Where is it? Okay, need this. Fan, and we got power for both the NZXT and the this. There we go. This I'm not going to worry about because honestly, you're going to use the SL1, you're going to use the Uni, the app. So in the RGB, this just gets, oh, not that one, I want this one. I don't want this. This thing is terrible without the app. There we go. That's power. This I just got to find a fan header for. It's the last thing I got to hook up. Okay, there's that. This out of the way. The same thing. Let's get these kind of draped. Lots of room up here for it. There we go. Okay, there's our one cable. Rest of these are all power. Oops. There we go. Power, which we'll take care of once we get the stuff done. That's our USB. I'm gonna do one more cable on that. That'll take care of that one. Make the backbone finished. But before we do that, let's find a plug for this, which I think there's one, it should be right here. So, should be if I'm not mistaken, but I often am. Guys, by the way, I'm pretty sure we've hit hype train. So you guys can feel free to start the second hype train. We're getting close to having this build done. So if you guys want to start the second hype train, we can start that now. Pretty sure we're, oh, this is up top. Great, that is not where I expected that to be. There we go, Janky Bits trying to get it going. Again, all we got to do is just unlock it with bits and all that sort of stuff, and then we'll give away that second 500 gig NVMe SSD. There we go. There's the power for that. Oh. No, that's stuck there. Crud. I want this to go this way. There we go. Let's do it, guys. Okay, now we have the power for that ready. Oh, that's not plugged in. There we go. Again, a lot of this will not be visible because the actual, all the PSU cables will be on top of this. So, see if this is in the right place though. Need one, I was right. There's a fan header right here. There we go. Ooh, hype train has started, guys. Ugh. Okay, let's finish this out. And then, can we get to, okay, now let's, this little backbone done. And then, essentially at the home stretch of this build. There we go. There we go. Okay, so again, got that ready, that's cleared. Got plenty of room here, finish this thing. Then all of our stuff is just kind of out of the way. Okay. Okay, so now we have like the backbone done. All of the stuff is hooked up. We have level 5 hype train going. All our power is ready to get plugged in. Our stuff is under control here. Yep, there it is. We're cooking with gas, guys. The next thing is just to get the CPU. Oh, we got that GPU in the corner, but that's good. Come on, guys, let's do level 5 hype train. This is the second part. Remember, if we get 2 of these. Now, we are giving away 2 RTX 3070s. This is your best chance to get in on those. Not only to unlock potential giveaways, no, sorry, not unlock, yeah, to unlock potential giveaways, but also just to just to hopefully unlock that 3600X, which we're super close to. So the way that this basically works is if you're over at twitch.tv/Newegg or youtube.com/Robeytech, pop on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech, drop your free Prime sub. You may actually walk away with the GPU. Now, if you want to get extra entries, all you got to do is gift subs, like a lot of people are doing right now. We got subscribing at tier 2, tier 3 also gets you a ton of extra entries. All of our rules and stuff are over on Discord as well, but we like to call this out right now. So thank you very much to Juniper Sarah for 5 gifted sub. We got X-Rated who just subscribed with Prime. We got Elmaria subscribing with Prime. We got Red Dragon Zombie giving out 1 community sub. Oh Daddy subscribing with Prime. Justice TV Show, thank you very much for that. And we hit 700 likes on YouTube, guys, so we're rocking it. So that means now that we're getting super close to the level 5 hype train, and we've unlocked a giveaway on YouTube. We got Be Still giving out a community sub. We got Kif94 dropping out 5 gifted subs. We got Winter Hacks, Hat Axe Tracks giving 1 community sub. We got FarkPog and The Awesomer and LavaFlow 3000 all doing their Prime subscription. Thank you very much for that, guys. Welcome everybody. That guy Hasley Kush giving out 2 tier 1s. We got Moon Rose giving out 1 tier 1. We got Heron Tony. Happy 3-month anniversary, my friend. Hey, Hammy, thank you very much for that, for using your sign, your Prime sub. All of these guys new follows as well. 4 minutes left. We're at level 5 hype train, so we've unlocked that. We are 50, almost just shy of 50, 57, over 50, 57 away from unlocking that 5600X. We got BitRot42. Thank you very much for the 3 months, man. 3-month anniversary right there. That's huge. Appreciate it. And all that sort of stuff. Whew. Man, guys, we're so close. Tim A, 24, thank you very much for 3 months with Prime. Amazing. Thank you very much, Tim A. Appreciate that. We got FPV Hex, 1 month at tier 1. 245, guys. There we are, 55 away, 54 away now. 54 away from our 5600X. Oh snap, Muddy Creek 68 dropping 5 gifted subs. Harms 9909 dropping 5 gifted subs. Dubbo, 1 month, thank you very much for that. 469%, guys. Can we get 1000% 2 times in a row in a single thing, in a single stream? That'd be incredible. 330,000 views. Whoa, Muffin Man dropping 10 tier 1 subs. Psy Courage, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Hypnotic Pones, thank you very much for the 1 community sub as well. 719%. We got Snymaster, 1 gifted sub. That Ghastly Kush, 5 tier 1 community subs as well. Coming up at 839%, guys. 279 subs out of 300. We're super close to getting away at 5600X. Toilet Tsunami, 2 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much for that, sir. Appreciate this. This is streamed, Killer Minecraft. This is streamed on YouTube, Twitch, 2 Twitches, and Facebook. Trainwreck, thank you very much for 1 gifted welcome. For 1 for subbing. Nexus Senecine, 1 sub. Thank you very much for that. Blue Jay dropping 1500 bits. Thank you very much, Blue Jay. One of our 3080 winners. I found out he won the 3080 in December. Red X Regent 30 tier 1 subs. Red X, thank you very much. 1462%. Okay, guys, we're now moving towards the 5800X. Moving towards the 5800X now. So again, we're on our way to the 5800X. So you guys are incredible. Mugen PDX, thank you for the follow. JD Fisher subscribing with Prime. We got Solaris Sticks. Thank you very much for gifting with Prime. We got Christine Michael giving 1 community sub. We got Phoenix Fire Mentat, 3 months with Prime. Thank you very much. Happy 3 months. 50. We're almost there. Can we make 2,000%, guys? Can we double what we did at the beginning and potentially unlock a 5800X giveaway? Let's keep going, guys. We can do it. We got a minute left. Can we do it? Massive Demon, thank you very much for 1 community sub. Sin Master dropping 2,000 bits. Thank you very much for that. Burke G, 1 community sub. Thank you very much for that, sir. We're getting close to the giveaways, guys. Thank you very much for the bits, man. I super appreciate that, guys. That's huge, too. Red Dragon, 1 community sub. We're 30 seconds away. 321 subs, guys. You guys are incredible. Amazing, amazing support every show. Pickle Punts, giving out a community sub. Thank you very much for that. Gunmaster, 5 months. Happy 5-month anniversary. DJ, 100 bits. Appreciate you. We're so close. We're getting close. And there's the hype train. 117 subs, guys. 6,432 bits. You are incredible. Thank you very much for all the support. Let's do the community giveaway right now. So everybody say thank you to YouTube and thank you to Twitch. YouTube and Twitch. Thank you to YouTube and thank you to Twitch. We're gonna give away 2 500 gig NVMe drives. I'm gonna end this goal though. We're at 325. We're on our way to 5800X giveaway. There we go. Starting that goal. Okay, going to our cloud bot. Okay, giveaways for this. Again, everybody say thank you Twitch, thank you YouTube. Entry for this is going to be exclamation point community. Exclamation point community. This is for 2 500 gig NVMe SSDs, and we're starting that giveaway right now. 2 minutes, guys. While we're doing that, I'm going to go grab our PSU. Okay. Nope, not that one. This one. Oh my gosh, this is so hefty. Oh, it's like so heavy. Side camera. Last bit of this build. Whew. Okay, cool thing about this one is it's got 2 little compartments, which is cool. First one is the cables. There we go, and it comes with all the extra bits that comes with it. There's our PSU cables, PSU stuff. Okay. Now for cables, we'll go through that. Here's our PSU power cable, which is massive in this case. Okay, 2 seconds left, guys. Okay, picking 2 winners now. First winner is Adrian Langford on YouTube and Coraith 2010 on Twitch. Adrian Langford on YouTube and Coraith 2010 on Twitch. Congratulations, you guys. You are the winners of the NVMe SSDs. Okay. See what I need for here. 2 SATA. 2 SATA. There's a SATA. That's a Molex. It's a Molex. SATA. There we go. Okay, out of this one we need that. 2. Give you 3, it looks like. There you go, there's 3. We'll use the braided ones, they're gonna be easier to control. So give you the options. Okay, here we go. CPU. There we go. There's all of the cables we need. There's PCie, CPU. Yes, okay. That's all the cables we need. Okay, so all of our cables. Okay, now we need our PSU. Ugh. This is a big boy. Ugh. There we go. Oh, there it is. This one's sealed in plastic, guys. Sealed in plastic so that way it maximizes that new PSU smell. We're gonna get to enjoy here very soon. There we go. Okay, that is done. It's all sealed for maximum smelling pleasure. Okay, it's open, it's ready. Gotta quickly get my nose in there. Here we go. How's this one smell? Oh, this doesn't smell like anything. Nope, that's not so bad. Definitely the lightest. There you go. If you're looking for quality smell, the ROG. There it is right there. Just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys saw, I don't know if everybody saw this. Check this out. We're gonna bring it up here. I don't know if you guys saw this. See if I can find it here. Oh, where does it go? I just sold this. Where is this? I literally just saved it. There it is. There you go. Check this out. There it is, guys. The Yankee Candle PSU. There it is. We're working on it, guys. I reached out to a Yankee Candle. There's your Yankee Candle, a Robeytech new PSU smell. It's new PSU smell for 2020, your all your rooms. If you want that new PSU smell, we got you covered. Let's get our PSU peel done here. There it is. Okay, next up, guys, let's get all our stuff installed here. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one, which is our CPU. We're gonna do, whoa, that's not very long. We'll do that one last. SATA, right there. Should have two SATA, there's the other SATA. SATA right there. There we go. Next up we have VGA. So I want this to be VGA, VGA, VGA. There we go. The good thing about this particular motherboard, I mean this particular PSU, is just we won't have to worry about the cables just aren't very thick, which is nice. Okay, cool. So here's our power supply. Top down here. 1200 watts of Thor power. There we go. This thing just went from heavy to very, very heavy. Okay, there we go. So the first thing we're gonna do, SATA, get all these done and then get them clumped up. There we go. There we go. All of our SATA now is plugged in.
We've been dancing through the world alone lately. We've been trying just to make it through everything.
Okay, here's where we start what I call, well, I call it sharding, which is not the nicest word but I want them to be like shards of cables, but I know it means something different in the European countries, but that's what I call it. And it just makes it a little easier. So you're going to create shards that you can kind of shove in places. Start getting cables controlled. Okay, so next one we're going to do is we're going to grab our GPU, which is right here. And these are pretty easy. They're nice and easily braided cables, so gonna make them easy to just kind of pop in here. There's that one. And there's 3 independent cables. So these will be, you don't have to worry about splitting. Gotta make sure they go in together. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. There's that one, and then we have one more. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, there's that. Again, same thing. Take all of these together. I want like a kind of like a shard, but I know we have to be able to get to. I'd have to use my. That's why I have like how many different zip ties do you have? I have a lot, just in case. For circumstances just like this, where you need really long ones. Okay. Okay, last one. Oh, we have 2. I'm going to use this one real quick. Run it down below. Okay, magical, I got. Okay, this will take care of the power for our hard drive. There we go. This one, we'll just create a little shard up here. Stick up in the top. If you wanted to add a second drive, he has the ability to, because it's like right here. Makes it easy. Okay, and that'll give room for the CPU cable to come down, which is great. Okay, last cable. Sorry, outside of, I have to hook up our CPU cable real quick, but. Okay, and then this one. Same thing as the other one. Grab our really long cables. Okay, now we just have one more cable to plug in. That is our CPU fan cable. I mean, sorry, CPU cable. Side. You're going to throw a cable comb on it real quick. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, cable combs on. Just to keep the spacing looking good. Go, and that'll braid that. Okay. Top down. This is going to go right here. And this. Okay. Okay. Again, what I want is just as clean as I can on the outside. And you're officially done with the build. Okay, that is it, guys. The build is done. The RAM for the system is 128 gigs of 4,000 megahertz RAM. Basically, just everything in the system is overkill. Okay, plug this back in. There it is. Entire system is ready. Ugh. Okay, let's go to top down. Let's go to the front. There it is. I'm gonna look real quick just to make sure there's nothing wacky. No, it all looks pretty controlled. All the cables are in good shape. Nothing, everything's hidden. In the top corner one, get this a little bit more love down there. There you go. Okay, here we go, guys. Just for the sake of keeping it easy. Put this on the back just to, so nothing shows through. There we go. Now what I am gonna do, I'm gonna keep the side panel off. Do this, man. But I'm going to put the front razor bit on. Because it like bleeds. There There you go. So you can see the case mostly put together. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Moment of truth. Oh. Okay. Let's see what we see. You see anything yet? Yep, I see lights. And I see, boom. There it is. And just like that, you do one thing. I just realized I wanted to not do that yet. Hold on. There we go. There, it's all RGB now. The one thing we're gonna have to do is the chroma is obviously not on yet. We're gonna have to activate it in chroma. So like the chroma for the case and stuff like that. Oh, it's lit on the bottom. Oh, never mind, it's on. No, it's on. Okay, the chroma is on as well. It's just really light on this case. So there is chroma at the bottom as well. What the heck? And I'll put this all the way. No, that's why. I was like, why is this not closing? There it is. There's also chroma on the bottom as well. I'll show you so you guys can see it. There's the chroma in the bottom. You can see that. It's also cycling there, and then it's also cycling in the front. So there, it is lit in the front as well. So pretty amazing build. Oh, that would help. Jeez. I don't have the front panel on, the back panel on all the way. And you've got that razor on the front as well. There we go. This will have a lot of RGB. And it does post. It does post. It's not, why does this not look like it's on? Is it not? It does post. I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, there's the front logo as well, the razor. Yeah, this build be bussin' for sure. There's the Razer logo right there as well. It does it have some GPU sag? Look. No, I think that's just like, it's definitely, I think, by the way, the card is actually angled. So it looks that way, but it's actually like, you can see here, I cannot lift this any higher. That thing is solidly in there. So, I mean, if he wanted to do something to have it go in there, but he could. But all in all, the build looks incredible. Good looking build. Oh, and here you go. This is the proof that, there you go. Here's the capture. I see both Samsung 2 terabytes and the Western Digital as well. See, it'll show up here in a second. Maybe. Thing is always a pain in the butt. Oh, we can get rid of the Viking goal. See if I can find it here. Oh, That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. There it is. And there you can see it shows the 5950X. We've got all 3 hard drives in there showing as well. And so we are officially done with the build. It is bussin', guys. This build is bussin' for sure. For sure. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so now it's time to do the last giveaway. Yeah. Dude, did you see, like, you know, here, let's go to capture again. You can actually see the two 2 terabyte drives. One in the first one right underneath it. There's M.2 one, Samsung SSD 980 Pro 2 terabyte, Samsung M.2.2, Samsung S980, and then there's the 8 terabyte hard drive as well. It's a 266 right now because we haven't overclocked the RAM. Remember, you got to overclock the RAM, but we don't do that until after we don't do that until after we install the OS. I'm glad you love the build. It's you know, you should for this kind of awesome all in the same one. And guys, we got it done in record time. We got it done in record time. But yeah, it came out incredible looking. And so there it is, properly cooled. We got intake on the top, exhaust on the side and the bottom. It looks really good. Don't forget also the Strix 30. The Strix will also pull in air from the back, so there is intake through the back as well. Oh no, never mind, exhaust through the back. No, its intake is only through the bottom. So I appreciate it. So we're gonna do 335 subs. So I think we're gonna give away the RTX, the 5600X now, which is good. So we're gonna give away this 5600X, and then that is gonna be the last giveaway. And then guys, here's the deal. There's 1,080 people watching the show right now. Couple things that I just want you to know. We're going to raid somebody. We always do. So we try to raid folks just to make life a little bit better. We're gonna find a small streamer. It makes their day. So if you can, just stick around 10, 15 minutes, give them a follow, say hi. Just really, you'd be amazed at just what a difference it will make if you just stick around when we raid somebody over on Twitch. For those of you on YouTube or over on twitch.tv/Newegg, again, super grateful that you guys were here today. Again, we're going to do this last giveaway. The giveaway is only, if you're over at twitch.tv/Newegg, you got to pop over to my channel, unfortunately, to enter this giveaway. So here we go. We're going to do this last giveaway. Last giveaway. This is for a 5600X. Now, this is because of our... I hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. One sec. I'll grab a drink while I wait for this. While we'll do this, you guys always love it when I do this. Oh, so hefty. I'll give it the side camera so you guys can set it up for the side camera while we do the giveaway. Just kind of look at the build. Ideally. 1 second. Okay. Going back to the giveaways. This is on giveaway. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. 1 sec. Whoa, almost died. Okay, so while we're doing that, okay, here you go. So we're gonna do this last giveaway. You guys can stare at this awesome entry, at this awesome PC. And everybody say thank you, Newegg, because without Newegg, we wouldn't be able to do this show. So this is for a Ryzen 5 5600X. Great CPU. Starting that giveaway right now, guys. Oh no, stupid thing's doing it again. Hold on 1 sec. Okay, here it comes. There you go. Stare at that while you wait. You can even see the chroma coming through the glass now, which is pretty cool. 2 minutes, guys. And then I'm gonna look at my phone to see who our raid target is tonight. Ugh. Raid target tonight is, we don't know yet. She hasn't said yet. Okay, we do. GNFX Virus is our raid target tonight. Build looks good. Where is my... Okay, guys, time is up. We're getting ready to pick our winner. Get ready to pick our winner. Hope you guys enjoyed the build tonight. What a great stream and a really, really great build tonight. I have to say, it came out beautiful. And I know our guy is going to be happy. Ugh. There it is right there again. So bringing it out so you guys can see it again. Host error on the Mobo. Yeah, that's because it hasn't been, the BIOS hasn't been flashed. The BIOS hasn't been flashed, guys. This is a 5000 series and a 3000 series thing. It's, yeah, there's a post error because we haven't actually flashed the BIOS and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, guys, picking the winner is Ghost Sonic 4. Congratulations, Ghost Sonic 4. You guys are the winner. You are the winner. Congratulations, Ghost Sonic 4. Okay, guys, we are going to be rating somebody. We are back on Wednesday. Back on Wednesday for another incredible stream. This time checking out the Antec D700 Flux. So it'll be a new case, a new enjoyable, brand new build. Nothing crazy, but again, you're going to check out a new case to see if it's something you're interested in. Really becoming a big fan of Antec. We have a video on air cooling, beginner air cooling build. A step-by-step guide for air cooling comes out tomorrow morning, so that's going to be super awesome as well. So you got a lot to look forward to. Guys, this has been absolutely incredible. Get ready for the raid. We're going to be raiding somebody. Please stick around. Give them a follow. Give them a watch. It makes all the difference for these guys. Here we go. We're going to raid. He's playing a game but chatting about PC stuff, she says. So it should be cool. GNFX Virus. Okay, here he is. He's got 17 people, guys. Here we go. Starting that. Oh, I don't think he's even there. This is going to be even funnier because he's going to come back and there's going to be a bunch of people there. Come on, how many people can we get? 620, 639, 646, 647. Here we go. Rating now. Outside of that, for those of you at Newegg and those of you on YouTube, thank you very much, and we will see you guys Wednesday.